All
Okay,
right, all
there it
right, all
is. Okay.
right.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to we're in part two, right?
We are in part two, yes.
Okay, yes. So if y'all missed out on the first half, go grab it, go look at it, and then come back to this because y'all gonna be missing out. So,
Yes.
so
All
yeah,
right. We all set?
yeah.
All right. So this is where obviously the other stuff was a lot of fun also, but this is where we can like really like dive deep and talk about things. So in part two, we are focusing, we're going to focus on manifesting money because financial freedom is one of the most recognized things that people try to manifest
Okay,
rather than, talking about relationships or like manifesting a house or something like that. So we'll just keep it for money right now.
okay.
And so here's the part that most people don't really hear is that manifestation has to do with your nervous system right now. So today we're breaking it down into four parts: regulate, feel, clarity, and act. So regulate the nervous system. That is the foundation. So if your nervous system is not regulated and you try doing this, it's going to be like a house that doesn't have a level foundation. It's just going to collapse. So before you try manifesting money, your body needs to feel safe. When you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, your brain goes into survival mode. So, what's happening in the brain is the prefrontal cortex, it shuts down under stress. This is the part that's responsible for clarity, planning, financial decision making. The amygdala becomes overactive and treats big money goals as a threat, causing, again, for you to shut down or avoid things. Micro tasks to regulate. Um, some things that you could do to help, regulate your nervous system are just like little tiny things. Like it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. So like a long exhale, do some box breathing, go take a 10-minute walk, put on fun music like you suggested. Um, like hold warm water in your hands. Try grounding and focusing on something that you see in front of you, something that you could touch, listen to things. Um, do like a body scan, like relax your shoulders, loosen your jaw, like notice like where you feel tight in your body. If you have to, like splash cold water in your face. So like these are tiny little things that tell your body like, okay, we're safe. We can like we can get back online now. Like your brain goes back online. So the next part to that, oh, another thing also to help with like regulating your nervous system is to like declutter and clean, even if it's just like a small little corner, a desk drawer, just something to like clean the clutter out. And but we're going to get into why that's important. So the next part is identifying the feeling behind wanting money. So the feeling kind of comes before clarity. People don't actually want money, like we talked about before. They want the feeling that money gives them. So they want to feel financial freedom, they want stability, they want some breathing room, they want relief, control, they want their time back, they want to be able to give money to organizations or help family and friends. So um so the default mode network, it repeats your old financial identity until you give it new emotional state to anchor to. The amygdala calms down when the goal feels emotionally safe and familiar. So instead of asking, how do I make more money? Because that creates pressure, you ask yourself, what feeling am I craving? Like, am I seeking financial freedom? Am I seeking to like go and travel? Like, what is the feeling that you want from having the money?
Right.
Then in section three, this is where we're going to build like micro habits around the feeling. So this kind of helps to create the emotional state now. So if, let's just say, feeling financial freedom, put $5 in an envelope. like once a week or every other day, like whenever you can, like try to save at least $5. Pay a bill early. If you have a lot of subscriptions, like cancel one of them. Clean your wallet out. Track money for a day if it feels like if it feels like that's something that you can do, because tracking money is like it helps you see where you are. Organize one drawer, make one financial decision, write down one money goal, check your bank balance without judging it, review expenses for 5 minutes, set one boundary, and just like declutter one area or some space. And the whole reason why we want to do things such as like decluttering, like the wallet or the drawer, or just like your space in general, because it's a huge part of manifesting money. I know it sounds weird, but when our space is cluttered, your brain feels cluttered. That
Mm-hmm.
activates the amygdala. It creates micro stresses. It makes your nervous system feel scrambled. But when you clean even one area, your body starts to calm down, your mind feels clearer, and your RAS is able, like your RAS, the brain's filter, like it opens up. So like I know for me, I guess I started doing this years ago when I got into Buddhism, and they're all about um no materialistic things, like just have like a clear space. So like me and Shane, like we don't really have anything. Like if I
Okay.
had to like pick up and move, like I have my dogs, and then I have two important totes that I would grab like in a heartbeat, along with like my dogs and like my dogs and cats ashes.
Right.
So like that's something it feels so good not to have clutter. And like when I do see clutter, when I go to like my clients' houses or something, it immediately causes me major anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so important like for your body and like your nervous system to have like a clear space, because when you do, your body's able to start noticing opportunities and savings and unexpected money that you
Yeah.
couldn't see before because your brain was so cluttered.
Right.
Pretty interesting, right?
That is interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to go on to the part, and then we'll go back and like we could talk about all this stuff that we just went over. The part where you talked about affirmations before.
Yes.
So this is the part that people really want to understand. So your manifestation has to match your nervous system where it's at right now. So if your bank account is at zero and you're trying to say like I'm a millionaire, I'm going to manifest $1 million in a week, your body's like, yeah, I don't think so. We don't believe that
Right.
because that's just not what we do. So instead, you want to have like a realistic, because the reasons why like these unrealistic affirmations don't work is because the amygdala sees it as danger. So again, you shut down the DNN, it rejects it, it doesn't match your identity. The RAS ignores it, it's far from your current reality. So the thing that does work is coming from a place that seems more realistic.
Right.
So you'll want to say things like, I am in the process of becoming financially secure. Money is starting to show up for me. I am a money magnet. I am becoming someone that manages money well. This calms the
Mm.
amygdala, it shifts the DMN, and it opens the RAS. So, so this is like how like money will start showing up and how you can start noticing it. When so like when you're doing like the affirmations and you're training your thoughts, like what I just said, like going over like I am a money magnet, money is starting to show up for me.
Mm-hmm.
When your RAS is going to start noticing certain things now. So it's going to start noticing for discounts, refunds, savings, unexpected money showing up to you, someone paying you back, job opportunities, raises, tips, new clients, new ideas and ways to earn money, new ways to save money, things that you can sell, like just overall financial solutions. And
Right.
this is this is manifesting through brain science, not magic. So
Mm-hmm.
it gives you like a whole different way to look at it because most of the time, like when we're trying to manifest something, if like our goal is like unrealistic, like, oh, I want to manifest $1 million in a week, and we come across a dollar, like we're not, it's just like, oh, okay, I found a dollar. But like be grateful for that. Like, wow, I found a dollar. Like this is money showing up for me.
Right.
Like you have to get excited and then you'll start realizing that more of these things are actually happening, but you haven't been noticing it before, so you have been rejecting it. So in addition to that, you want to have clarity about your new financial identity.
Yes.
So once you know the feeling, you can clarify the identity you're stepping into. I am becoming someone who creates financial stability. So your prefrontal cortex, it comes back online after it's regulated. And this is where like the clarity appears. So you want to begin with like the smallest possible, sorry, tongue twister. You want to begin with like the smallest possible actions that you can handle. So, for some people that are trying to manifest money, putting $20 a week aside might not be doable right now. But even if you could just start with $5 a week, put that in an envelope and just like be proud of yourself, like, wow, I didn't spend that $5. Like, I am learning how to manage money. Like, that's a
Yeah.
win for you. And your body's going to start recognizing that. Like, track your money for one day. Pay one bill. Like, even if you don't have all of it to pay, like just pay partial of it. Read some financial tips. Write down every dollar that comes in. Even if you find a penny, like write that down. Just like keep on noticing all your wins. Notice every single discount or savings. Focus on celebrating the small wins.
Right.
Make a good financial decision. And these are like little actions that are going to take, train your reticular activating system to like start noticing more money. So when you regulate your nervous system so that your body feels safe, you identify the feeling behind wanting money. You identify the feeling behind wanting money. You clarify the financial identity that you're stepping into. You take action, little micro actions to create that feeling now, and you repeat those actions until your brain starts to believe them. And this
Right.
is how you manifest money biologically. So just remember, like for everyone, like money, manifesting money isn't magic. It's not wishing, it's not forcing positivity, it's regulating your nervous system, it's shifting your financial identity, it's training your attention and repeating these little micro actions until your brain starts to update its prediction of who you are and who you're becoming. So
Right.
once your brain believes you, your life starts matching that belief. Pretty awesome stuff, right?
That's very awesome. Very
Yeah, I
awesome.
know that's like so much. I mean, we probably could have put this into like several different little videos, but like I know it's a lot to take in, but they're all kind of simple things when it comes down to it.
I mean, if we're going to be doing this for a month, every weekend, uh, we could just keep the breakdown going. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, because I mean, there's so much to digest with where we're heading with this, and it's just like, oh my, the fact that it's like you see manifestation in everyday life, whether you're doom scrolling on an app or no matter what you're doing, you see it. When you kept saying how if you put that little $5 aside, if you start believing it and living it, you'll be okay. And I was just reading this girl who finally made it into designing fashion design, and it was just so wild because you're watching her start her little business sewing, dressing a certain way, and she's like, I suddenly realized I wasn't dressing the part, and that's why I wasn't hearing back a lot. And she's like, I finally started to realize I could wear these things. I'm okay. I don't have to worry about what I'm wearing out in public and be concerned about what other people think. This is what I'm trying to do. And I'm like, she finally realized she broke her
Yes.
barrier that way. And then she said
Yeah.
she started to, once she was doing it, she's like, she felt less afraid to wear certain things out. And she said that that final moment came where she's at a fashion show and she happened to go with a friend, and a designer there saw her and they're like, oh, and who are you? Do you have any clothes represented tonight? And I was like, yes. Could you just imagine being
Oh,
like, I think she said she was
yes.
24 when it happened. Like, I almost started to like tear up because I'm like, yeah, yeah, see, you had to believe in you to make other
Yeah.
people believe in you.
Yeah. That's
So,
amazing. And
yeah.
yeah, that goes kind of like hand in hand. So like manifesting is kind of like changing, like becoming the person that you want to become. And
Mm-hmm.
it's funny how they go like hand in hand. So like she was working hard to like manifest this version of herself that she wanted, and
Yeah.
she was like believing in herself and like taking all these steps to do it. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just like her sitting on the couch feeling down about herself and thinking like, well, one day I'm going to do this, it's just going to magically appear. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to put in the work in order to like manifest these things.
Right.
So it's really fascinating. That's a really nice story.
It just, I, it was so funny. I saw it last night. And I'm like, oh, this is what we're going to be talking about. Um, the other thing I would have to say, manifesting at the top of like money manifesting would be weight loss manifesting, because I
Mm,
see so many people get right there, like right there, and they're just like, you know what, this isn't working for me. I've always been big, and that's always their answer. I've always
yeah.
been big, and it's like, yeah, but you don't have to be.
Yep.
Like, you don't need to feel like you can't go outside in that outfit because somebody called you a name. Like, do you know
And
what
we
happened?
know that.
Right, right.
Yeah. But in their like pattern of thinking, their identity, it's like what we talked about. That's
Yep.
what they've always thought about themselves.
Yeah.
And
God.
it's really interesting that if more people talked about doing it like this way,
Mm-hmm.
you start seeing your, like for instance with smokers, like one of the things that Emily talks about, she wanted to like get into helping people with addictions, and she says that you don't go around saying, well, I'm a smoker, I'm trying to quit. You start working on changing your identity to, I'm a non-smoker.
Yeah.
I That's not who I am. I'm not that person. I don't smoke. So it's kind of like doing things like that. It's like changing, kind of like what you said, like what this was going to be about. So like manifesting as a lifestyle and not as a trend.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's what
it's
kills a lot of people on that is they're like,
yeah.
I'm gonna do this for a little amount of time, and then once I'm done with it, I don't need it anymore. Are you kidding me?
Or if they don't see like instant results, they don't want to do it anymore because it's like, oh,
Right.
well, manifesting doesn't work for me, or I can't do this, so I'm just not meant to have it, or it's not going to work for me.
Yeah, this is a great point because all that talking we were doing in our group about exercising and all that and then some. And I was like, oh, cousin, blah, 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 blah. And then you added, and I feel like such an idiot as I read it. I was like, oh my God, I worked out for years and I completely forgot about this one. Weight is not about always visualizing like, oh, my arms are saggy, this, that, and the other. You clearly said, oh, I was just reading. You know that like muscle weighs more than fat, right? It's just a mass situation. I was like, oh my God, yeah. So
Yeah.
you're at that point in your manifesting your weight loss journey, but if you're watching the wrong people, you completely don't realize that you might be making a difference on your body, but
Yeah.
because muscle mass weighs a lot more than fat, to you, you haven't lost anything. And then people be
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
girl, you lost weight. And you're like, no, no, I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm still the same. They're like, nah, your face looks thinner. And it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, you're not going to see the
Exactly.
difference. Yeah. So,
That's why they say sometimes that you shouldn't always go by what the scale says, that you
hmm,
should like measure, like do measurements. This way you can like really track how much weight and how the inches are like coming off your body.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a really good point. Speaking about like what
So,
husband's going through.
yeah, it just made me think of it because I mean, so many people put, when it comes to manifesting, the top two manifestations are usually weight loss and money. It's usually where it's at. Um, like, oh God, it's just sitting back and watching some of these people struggle. And now, as I'm listening to everything you're bringing up and all the points you're making, and it's like, oh, y'all are right there.
Yeah.
like, damn, believe in
Yeah.
science.
Exactly. Like
So,
she's already doing like all the things, right? Like she is
mm-hmm,
already like reprogramming who she is.
mm-hmm.
But like she, because of the weight thing, doesn't look like it's dipping.
Yeah,
She's resorting to something else now. And it's like, no, but you're
yeah,
right there.
right, right, right. I know for me during manifesting, I was just like, I started to get back into my old self with the way I used to dress, where I'm going to pay a bill or I'm going to a discount store and I'm still dressed like I'm on Beverly Hills Drive and I'm going to get that Starbucks, that purse up on my arm, and I'm walking and people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, out of my face. Like, like, I have no time for you. Get out of my face. Like, the neighbor looked at me at one point. I'm like, hey. And he's just like, girl, you're doing too much. Thank you. Like, I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and I found like as we were doing our journaling every day and manifesting, I'm like, yeah, we doing good. We doing good. So
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, I pay zero attention. So maybe that's
Yeah,
why
that's
it
good. That's how it should
worked.
be. As long as
Yeah.
you're feeling good, that's what matters.
Yes. Yes.
You're doing it for you, not for anybody else.
Right. Right. Because the other thing I noticed, oh, in my top like number one spot of pet peeves, fake it till you make it.
Hmm.
Because you're faking it till you make it doesn't mean you're actually in the moment. That's like telling an introvert, go outside, go to the party. You'll feel so much better. You're telling
Yeah.
a damn introvert to go to a party and that will make them feel better. And then you find out that person that told the introvert to go to the party is also an introvert. And they home right now in their sexy pajamas having ice cream, watching like binge watching some show. And it's like you just told this person to go do what you won't do
Hmm.
because it makes you feel as uncomfortable. Now the introverts outside and they're like, I really don't, this is not helping my situation. I cannot even afford to fake this right now. Like
Yeah,
to me,
exactly.
yeah, to me that fake
Yeah,
it till you make it, like that doesn't work
I
for
agree with you.
everybody. Yeah,
Nope,
like,
not at all. Because
ugh.
like, some people will take it like, okay, fake it till I make it. Let me go like, buy this expensive stuff and
Yeah.
maybe that's gonna help me or, along the lines of that. And kind of like what you just said before, like, okay, I guess there could be like a healthy version of fake it till you make it, like what that woman did when she was like dressing the part.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that helped her feel good. And
Right.
that helped lead her to the path that she is on now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing it in an unhealthy kind of way, then that's not good at all.
See, that was also the difference. She already had this stuff. She already made
Hmm.
these clothes. She already
Okay.
bought these clothes. Like she had it for years. And then she finally was like, all right, this is not just something I'm wearing as cosplay to a Halloween party. Like, I'm going to wear this stuff outside. So clearly her fake it to make it experience, like, no, she legit was like, okay, I have this, let me stop being scared and go out and do a thing. Where
Yeah.
I'm finding people are like, I saw this dude driving a 2026 Escalade, and It's like, all right, Benjamin, but like, that's your name, but you ain't made out of it. So quit the thinking. Stop. Like, this is not how we're going about this fake it till you make it. I'm seeing so many people in like debt now because, I just found out some of these
Yeah,
influencers, Lisa, fake it till they make it. I'm just finding out that some of them are renting rooms in apartments, houses, condos, townhouses to record their videos that look like they live in $1 million house.
that doesn't surprise me.
And I'm like, oh my God. So now you have these young people watching this and they're like, fake it till I make. Yeah, okay. Bro.
Yeah. And that's kind of like what we talked about, the other day when it comes to like social media and how it can
Mm-hmm.
like really mess people up because they see these people,
Yep.
they don't really know the whole story behind, like you said, they're renting rooms in somebody's house and then somebody else sees it and it's like, oh my God, this person is the same age as me and they already have all this stuff. And what do I
Yep.
have for myself?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I feel
yeah.
like, whew, the realness of like of manifesting in the process, in the steps, it's not going to be attractive. To me, I think it's fun. I think it's an awesome thing because when you really start to get into the meat and potatoes, sorry, respectfully, tofu and potatoes, when you start to get
Thank
into
you.
it, like, and you really start digging in and you're like, oh man, like, there is so many possibilities, so many doors I
Yeah.
can open with this, versus okay, so now I need to drive a Porsche around and show myself gassing it up. And then it's going to come to me that way. And it's like, no, because the second you hit something with that Porsche being careless, like you've completely just, no, that's not how it works. So, oh my God, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
It just,
It's like, oh, go ahead.
no, no, you go.
It's like there's so much I just love how manifesting there's just so much to it. It's not just as simple as wanting something like wanting money or wanting a house or wanting a vacation or wanting this. It literally can help you change the person that you are to become
Mm-hmm.
like the best version of yourself because it
Mm-hmm.
it makes you, well, doing it this way, you kind of have to like dig deep into that person that's holding you back
Mm-hmm.
to become like this new version of yourself.
Right. You know, I guess, I don't know. I suppose it's a human trait. I'm surprised more people don't manifest better health. Like, well, I guess it was that one little old lady. She manifested her body cancer free. And that story will always just like I love listening to that story. Um but like,
Well, that's kind of what like Joe Dispenza talks about. Like that's
okay.
his branch of like, science.
Mhm.
I think you would really like his stuff
Okay, well,
because he talks
I've been
about that.
writing. Yeah, I wrote them down,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
but yeah, like, they have proven, and now more and more things are coming out where if you hang out with trashy people, they are like a tumor where they just grow and fester onto you. They prove that if you talk to your plants kindly, they'll grow better. Uh, I mean, so many scientific studies are now coming forward with different things. And one of the studies, like that old lady, and I love going back to that story because her doing that was back in 2003. Yeah, that was back in 2003. This lady, like, manifested herself clear of everything. 10 minutes left.
Okay.
And now the studies are showing, me and Dane have been like going crazy with these studies where they're showing that people who have been rewiring their brain to process them healthier living before they even start eating better, they said they started feeling better. They said, their aches and pains were gone. They could suddenly sit up straight and not feel like they were dying. And I'm like, more people need to focus on manifesting health rather than manifesting house, car. There's a lot of things you could do on a smaller scale of manifesting as opposed to asking for $1 million.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
like,
Yep.
because it's also, I said manifesting weight loss. Yeah, that's cool. Weight loss is good, but I've known a lot of healthy, skinny people in my lifetime that, like, damn, they were sick. Like, ready to tap out
Yeah.
sick, And it's just like, and then I've met overweight people who are perfectly fine. But it's like, to what extent now that's taking a toll on your body? You get to our age group, and then it's like, damn, my knees be hurting real bad. Oh, my lower back,
Yeah.
like, so it's like, it's a catch 22, but it's like, if you were just to manifest just the right pitch, start with your health. Everything else will add right on top of that, because if you have perfect health, you're going to be able to attract that money and whatever else you're trying to get to. So
Yeah,
yes, the
it's
science
like a
of,
circle.
yeah, yeah,
So in addition to like you saying that, Joe Dispenza, he did, I don't want to like butcher how he breaks it down, but there was a study of like people in their like later in life, like maybe like 60s or 70s, and
hmm,
just like not feeling good. And he had group A continue living life as they were living life, doing what they normally do. And
hmm,
then he had group B visualize a time in their life when they were like younger and happier and, doing things that they used to enjoy doing, how they felt,
mm,
and just mainly like a lot of visualization. And those people started acting younger and having less health issues because they were so focused on the person that they used to be from
yeah,
like visualizing. It was like, changing them from the inside out. So I,
that's awesome.
there's just so much to dive into with this kind of stuff.
Well, we will, every weekend we have until the end of July, we will keep diving into it and diving into it, because it's this is something, like I said, that we chose now going into this year. We promised ourselves every year before to get it right, but for something, this reason of thinking was like, okay, this is our year that we have to pick up, start, continue. Don't just do it for a day or a week. No, we have to continue till we're buried in the ground. Like,
Yes,
yeah. So lifestyle.
absolutely. I love that.
So
Yes, lifestyle.
yeah.
Thank you for that. That was a
So
good way of looking at it too, like what you said, like with the whole I'm going to say it again because like I love that you pointed this out. Like manifestation is a using manifestation as a lifestyle, not as a trend.
yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is good stuff. Yeah. You're always clever
Yeah.
with your wording.
I uh I didn't write poetry for nothing. But try to get me to talk to somebody. Hi, I think you're hot. And then I leave, and that's that. But yeah, deuce. But yeah, I guess that wraps it up from here before the time runs out, and then I'm like looking at the screen like a dodo.
Any questions,
Um,
please let us know.
yeah, yeah. With this one, I definitely send me the people you're talking about. Send me some links or whatever. I will make
Okay.
sure to put them in with. I do believe I have a section, yeah, like show notes or something like that. We have that, and then we also have the comment section. We could just start just bombarding stuff in the comment section for
Sounds good.
for everyone else. So yeah.
All right,
So
perfect.
all right. Well, everyone
Thanks
have a
everyone for
good
sticking with us. I hope
evening.
you got
Yeah.
something out of this. Please let us
Yeah.
know.
Thanks for watching and liking the videos as well. So you guys are awesome. And have a good weekend, everyone. Don't get rained on and go
Yeah.
barbecue. Yeah, yeah.
Barbecue some tofu.
Yeah, tofu potatoes. Yeah. All right. Love you guys. Love you,
Bye. Love
Lisa.
you.
Bye.